Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. And before we get into today's video, I am doing my intro. Remember that life is not happening to you, but happening through you. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And you're creating your reality in a moment to moment basis, contingent on the meaning and the value that you assign to the things occurring around you. Now, I swear, you guys, this title, you can decide to be brand new. I swear I'm not clickbaiting you, okay? I actually have a point, and I want to talk about this. This is not just a clickbaity video. And, if this is not your first time here on my channel, then you know that I really like to focus on self-concept, building the best beliefs about yourself, because I really see getting what you want from life, like turning a relationship around or getting a relationship or going to the next level in your career or school or anything like that, your ability to sustain those results comes from what you believe and feel about yourself. So, especially like in a relationship, your romantic partner's going to be reflecting back to you what you believe and feel about yourself. So that's why it's really important to work on your self-concept, right? But okay, anyways, a lot of you understand that. Today's video, I'm not going to be harping self-concept. I know I always harp on self-concept. I know I'm always talking about you need to change your beliefs. You need to get into a better feeling state. I think we all got that point from my channel. Today, in this video, I want to talk about deciding to be brand new. And really, I really strive to take a gentle approach when it comes to making the changes within yourself, because I do realize that shifting your beliefs, a lot of these beliefs don't come from positive experiences. So going through these changes, you do need to be gentle with yourself. It's not about perfection. It's not about, getting it right perfectly. It's about the growth and seeing the changes that you're making and how they accumulate over time that adds up to your desired result. But sometimes we need just a little bit of heat. And you guys know that I do I bring a little bit of heat here and there for you all. And this video is going to really stress the importance of kind of not giving a fuck. And when you decide to go after what it is that you want and you decide, really being able to successfully pull this off is your ability to make a decision and stay committed to that decision, right? So growth and change don't have to take a long time. They're really, in my opinion, correlated to discipline and commitment. So if I decide, no, this is no longer going to be my story, I can identify what beliefs need to change in me. And then I decide this is going to be what I'm going to get. This is going to be how things unfold for me. I can make that decision right now. And through making that decision, I can decide, you know what? I don't really give a fuck about anything else. I don't care what's happened in the past. I don't really care what has happened that's led up to this moment. This is now my story. This is how I'm going to show up. And this is how my life is going to unfold. And I know that that can be something like, I'm not saying this. Sometimes it can be easier said than done. Okay. Like, I totally get the pushback from some people that are like, okay, yeah, but like in the moment when I'm triggered or like I'm going back and forth and I'm fighting with my thoughts, I get it, you guys. But the goal is that you want to try to embody this as best as you can. We're trying to make strides in the right direction. So if I just sit here and I say, I'm fucked, I can't do this, it's really hard, then I'm going to stay there. We want to see, that's where the being gentle with yourself is important. Okay. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's get into the point of this all. Okay. You can decide to be brand new. And what I've realized in my journey, especially with other people and changing my self concept in a moment to moment basis, when I'm bothered by something, even if I'm rightfully bothered by it, the more that I react to it, the more that I want to manipulate and change it, the harder it gets. Okay. So, the reason why I said, made the title of this video, you can decide to be brand new in this moment and you can get what you want. The intention is that you have to recognize, is this new version of me, this new version that has this desired result in my reality, would they react to this thing that's going on in front of me? Or would they not give a fuck and they would hold the knowing and give this no resistance and trust that they're going to be able to get what they want? Okay. This is also really important for a lot of different reasons, because if we continue to stay reacting to the things around us, okay. So, like, for instance, let's say somebody is treating me wrong, right? And I'm frustrated with them because I know I deserve better. Well, every time that I fight with them about how they should treat me better, I continue to engage in this pattern and I keep allowing like I'm trying to get them to treat me properly, right? So I keep on engaging with this. You're not treating me right. I need you to treat me right. Why aren't you treating me right? You're not treating me right. And then I'm triggered and then I'm upset and then I'm feeling like crap all day long, right? Well, if we can take a step back from that and we can just, create love and happiness and stability and self-validation and self-worth within ourselves, then we're going to feel better. But in the moment, if we can realize, if I want to break this pattern, I'm trying to express what's bothering me, and that's not working. And anytime I try to talk to this person, that's not working. So, how about instead of giving this a huge emotional reaction, I just decide to not give a fuck anymore. I'm not going to respond to this. I'm not going to react to it. This is not a part of my story. This is not going to be something that I have to deal with in my life anymore. And if you're going to show up this way and you're going to do this, I'm going to be able to handle it in such a calm, stable way where I either remove myself or I just don't really care. It's just not getting a reaction from me. And I want you guys to test this out, okay? Because there is an actual application to this. So, what I was going to say earlier is in my experience, I noticed that when something really bothers me or I'm triggered and I react to it, it typically doesn't get better. But anytime that I've decided to step in and say, you know what? I don't really care. And sometimes I had to soothe myself with some like self concept affirmation. So I go into that like, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm stable, I'm secure. You guys know the rhythm to get myself out of the triggered state. But if I can catch myself before I react and I can just be like, you know what? This is not going to be a part of my story anymore. I'm showing up brand new. The version of me that has what I desire wouldn't even be going through this right now. I'm not going to react. I'm going to decide to be brand new. It has always got me the result that I desired. Now, the application of this, I understand when you're in triggering circumstances or patterns can be, well, I don't even want to say it has to be a little bit tricky. It's a decision, right? So sometimes we do get caught off guard and we react. But the point is, you have to see that what I'm talking about here on my channel is becoming a brand new you, right? So there's this desired result that you want in your life, okay? And this desired result is sustained by a certain version of you. And sometimes when we're reacting to things in front of us that we no longer want to experience, it's because we're still showing up as that old us. We're like, we're seeing this as a problem, we're seeing it as something that we have to deal with. And sometimes the fastest way to make this change is to just completely disidentify with that version of you, completely disidentify with these circumstances, be okay with them when they pop up, not react to them, be within yourself, okay, and entertaining what it is that you want to experience. And as you decide to fearlessly show up brand new and you stop reacting to these things and giving them meaning and value and these huge emotional reactions from you, and you can just say, you know what? No, I don't really care about that today. I'm not going to react to it. Nope, I totally know my worth. I totally know where this is going. I'm going to decide how I'm going to show up. I'm going to decide how the people in my reality are going to show up for me. I'm not going to force or manipulate them into these things. I'm going to be so calm and stable. And I already know where this is going. If you can really hold that state in that state of being, you're going to see that things are obviously going to change. And this makes sense from a logical point of view, you guys. If I keep reacting and doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I keep getting the same result and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse, then the best thing to do would to be just to stop engaging with it, to stop giving a fuck, take a whole break from it, right? Because if I'm not engaging with it and I'm not recreating the same pattern, then something has to change. And that's where you can step in and say, okay, now that I'm no longer reacting to this and I don't really give a fuck, how is this brand new me going to show up? What am I deciding how this is going to unfold? And that actually gives you the ability to break the pattern and create what it is that you want. You also need to hold that knowing, okay? So with whatever it is that you want to create, when you decide to stop giving a fuck about how things have been, okay, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to be brand new, hashtag brand new, okay, brand new me, okay, when you decide to be brand new, also decide how things are going to unfold for you. Okay. Your mindset is really, really, really important. What you're entertaining up here is really, really important. So if you have negative stories in your mind and like, people aren't going to respect me, they're not going to love me, I'm never going to be able to get what I want, and you're trying to apply this, then that's not good. You need to be like, okay, I'm going to stop giving a fuck about all these things. I'm going to decide to be brand new. I'm listening to these new beliefs. I'm feeling good with myself. My feeling state is aligned. I'm no longer reacting to this. Now, how am I going to decide things are going to unfold? And shamelessly do that. Okay. Again, through like forcing or manipulating, just through being, embodying, trusting, showing up a brand new way. If there's a brand new you, there has to be a brand new result that you get. So it all comes down to the genuine application. And sometimes you just got to fearlessly, like, kind of, you know, rationalize it to yourself in some way of like, okay, I'm just not going to care. I'm really not going to care. I don't have the time to care. I don't have the time to be stressed out. I don't have the time to be worried about this. I just really don't have the time to give a fuck. So I'm not going to give a fuck. And I'm going to decide how this is going to unfold. Okay. It's a really, I know it sounds very simple. I know it sounds very clickbaity, but if you can actually apply that and you stop reacting to the things that are going on around you and you can go within and create stability within yourself and show up brand new with a knowing, it's going to create a result for you that you're desiring. So test it out. If you're in triggering circumstances right now and you keep reacting to it, just, kind of hear my voice in your mind where I say, don't give a fuck, and just, relax and see what happens when you don't react, and then decide how it's going to unfold and trust that it will. Okay. Alrighty. I know this is kind of like a silly video. I think like the videos on my channel recently have been like a little bit more serious, and I wanted to come on here with something a little bit more light and playful. You guys understand my self-concept content. I've been talking a lot about your feeling state, and manifesting and materializing and mindset and all these things should also be fun too. It should have a light, fun approach. So if you're sleeping on with the beliefs at nighttime and you're doing things that are helping you feel good, but you're still bothered by the things that are going on in your reality, just decide to not give a fuck anymore. I know it sounds really funny, but like, don't engage with it because that's not your story anymore. You have to decide how it's going to be for you and stop reacting to these things, completely disidentify with it. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I know this was kind of a funnier video, but genuinely try it. Just try it. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. I'll see you later. Bye.